Hello, beautiful ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions. And if you don't know what that title is about, you stick around to the end. I'm going to give you a special fifth dimensional message about this historic shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness happening now. But to get us started today, we're going to watch the wonderful Angelina Jordan, Now I'm the Fool. Here we go.
What can I do when you tell me I deserve someone better than you? You already know how to break a heart in two. Never had a plan.
Now, I gotta say, look at that hair. She has some hair, doesn't she? And it's beautiful, but it's like an old-fashioned kind of way of styling it, which is very interesting. I've seen this in her before. Let's go back again.
Tell me I deserve someone better than you. You already know how to break a heart in two. Never had a plane too far for you. I don't understand, don't have a clue. One look in your eyes, now I'm a fool. I know it's just another day in the world, but I'm stuck hiding in the shade of your words. You protected me from all the pain, but I learned that I was just a mistake. You told me I wasted time on loving you, and I just called to let you know it hurt. Yeah, I just called to let you know it hurts. We had it all. Now I'm counting all the broken pieces that.
Well, she has such a wonderful timbre to her voice. If you're a singer and you know what I'm talking about, I don't even want to call it this, but it feels like a kind of a mealy kind of sound. I don't know what to call that. But what is that sound that I'm talking about? And by the way, like this video and like her video as well, because she's doing great. She's so wonderful. And subscribe. But let's go back and hear that sound that I'm talking about. It's like a cool sound, you know. It's a cool kind of bluesy kind of sound.
It hurt. Yeah, I just called to let you know it hurts. We had it all. Now I'm counting all the broken pieces that I lost. Now that you're gone, I see you, I feel you in everything that I do. Never had a plane too far for you. I don't understand, don't have a clue. One look in your eyes, now I'm the fool. I know it's just another day in the world, but I'm stuck hiding in the shade of your words. You protected me from all the pain, but I learned that I was just a mistake. You told me I wasted time on loving you, and I just called to let you know it hurts. Yeah, I just called to let you know it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul.
Oh, we got to hear that again. Wow. So powerful. It hurts my soul.
Now I just called to let you know it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. Yeah, it hurts my soul. It hurts my
Great job. Great job, Angelina. She always does a great job, doesn't she? Oh, my goodness. Let's get back to, oh, wow. Huh. So what is there to say? Her performances are so powerful. So there's always two parts of me when I'm watching these that are kind of jiving with each other. So one is that I'm a performer. I got my degree in theater, and I was quite a good actress back in the day. And I love to sing, not really to the level of these folks, but I still love to sing. And so the performer in me is loving this. Is like, oh, this is so great. She did such a great job. And she's so involved in it, right? She's just belting out she's just pouring her heart out in this song. And then there's the fifth dimensional moving to 5D me that says, oh, okay, so where does this lie in terms of, is it pulling us more toward fifth dimension for instance, on my scale of 1 being very third dimensional, fear, pain, sadness, anger, and 10 being very fifth dimensional, love, joy, peace, bliss. Where is it laying for us? So in this song, she's kind of wallowing, if you will. I mean, we feel her pain, but she's not like trying to get herself out of it. She's just like, oh, this is so much pain. This is so much pain, you know? So that is kind of pulling it more toward the third dimensional. And what there is to say, by the way, that nothing really truly, just so you know, hurts our soul, because our soul is really the record of our life, okay? It's not the designer of our life. It's the record of our life. And so the designer of our life would be more like our higher self, the being that we sprang from, that we kind of broke off from, if you will, to come to this life. And they still don't sit there and pull the strings like a puppet or anything, but we ourselves, in conjunction with that higher aspect, decide a kind of a plan of what we want to do in any particular life. So nothing, though, like this is ever going to hurt your soul. First of all, your soul is not able to be hurt, and neither is your higher self able to be hurt. So nothing is truly, truly lasting in any pain that we have. And that's where we kind of get stuck in our pain here on earth, because we act like it's lasting. And we have this thought that, we make it mean so much. We make it so we have a love, and we're with that love for a period of time. Then that love is gone, and now we make it mean all of this stuff. Oh, what a fool I am. Oh, how I wasted my life, and I wasted my time, and I was so stupid. And it's not true. It's what we made up. What's really true is that we just had this experience with someone, and the experience was good for a while, and then after a while, it wasn't so good, so we went on for other experiences, both of us. That's the only thing that's true. And yet all this meaning we give of the pain and everything else. Now, we're all human, so we do feel pain, but we could get over it a lot quicker if we didn't give it all this meaning, you know? So I'm going to have to go in terms of fifth dimensional. It is about love, so that's, it's not about, let me go drink and drug and and harm other people. And that would be a good thing for me to sing about. No, it's not about that. So that's good. So it's at least about love. So I'm going solidly in the middle here with a 5, because it's not super pulling us this way and it's not super pulling us that way, but it's kind of in the middle. Okay. But if we want to move to fifth dimension, we probably want to think about not wallowing so much in our pain, or listening to the songs that make us kind of cry in our soup, Even if we love the song, there's a lot of songs I love that I don't listen to anymore because they make me want to cry in my soup. But anyway, okay, so that's my 5D kind of assessment there. So listen, if you'd like to know a little bit about me, more about me, you can go to my video about me on this channel. And also, it'll lead you to a longer video about Lorelei, which is about my forged in the fire journey of third dimension in this life. And then also, I've created a bunch of stuff out of my skills and talents that I gleaned in that journey. So that you can go to the YouTube description, drop down, and go to About Lorelei on Patreon to see all that. And there's lots of resources there for you that will help you on your journey too, if you'd like to use them. So, by the way, so I'd love for you to comment and tell me, do you see what I'm saying about this whole, do you understand this whole scale of 1 to 10 and what's pulling us one way or what's pulling us another? And what's your understanding of that? I'd like for you to go ahead and tell me, like, Is it making sense to you? So comment for me. All right, so today's message is, why has it taken so long for us to move up to the 5th dimension? What's taken so long about this thing? Now, here's what people say. They say, well, after all, Jesus came 2,000 years ago. Buddha came even before that, I think. I'm trying to remember the time frame, but I think he was 500 years or so before that. And that's 2,500 years at the least. We've been lounging around, and we haven't raised our consciousness to the 5th dimension. And what is going on? And then other people say, well, I have been watching this business since, the year 2000, right? When we were supposed to have this big culmination. It was the end of the Mayan calendar, right? I think it was 2000. And that was when it was all supposed to happen. Why is it taking so long? Other people are like, well, 1969, I started following this. And why is it taking so long? And some like me have been following it for 10 years. They're like, why is it taking so long? But in reality, if we think about the concept of eternal time, in reality, this even this 10 years, even if you've been watching it from 69, which is what? About almost 40, 56, about 65 years. Even if you were in the 1930s, when Saint Germain put out his 33 discourses, that's about almost 100 years. That's not even a blink of an eye. Literally, that's even just starting your eye to move in eternal time. Jesus, when he walked the earth, that's a blink of an eye in eternal time. Literally a blink of an eye. So this process is not taking so very long as we think it is. Our human time makes us think this is taking so long. But in actuality, it's kind of astonishing. In fact, we have beings all around our planet, with archangels and angels and ascended masters and galactic family of light, all around our planet watching us like we are the movie, because they can't believe it. They can't believe that only a couple thousand years ago, Jesus came to make a shift, and it actually is happening now. They can't believe that 100 years ago, they were pretty sure it was no way ever going to happen. And here it is happening. And it's like they are astonished at the time frame that this is taking for us to do it. So apparently we've done some pretty darn good work here. Now, but still you're like, oh, yeah, but it's so long. It's so long. Well, there have been, in truth, in point of fact, even though it is a blink of an eye or less, depending on your perspective, there have been some sort of attempts to keep us backward from this. So, for an instance, many thousands of years ago, there were the dark extraterrestrial kind of folks that came to our planet. We've seen signs of them. Listen, I'm not talking, you may think I'm crazy, but there are lots and lots, millions and billions of us who are talking about this. If you look around, especially on YouTube and whatnot, and there are millions that are talking about this. So if I'm crazy, then millions of people have gone crazy all of a sudden in the past few years. So, we know that there were these higher, or let's say extraterrestrial beings here, especially like the days of Egypt and everything else. The things that were created were done, like the pyramids and all, that they believe were for sure not coming from human beings. And there was, pictures on the walls, the cave drawings and things like that, that suggested that there was other things here besides humans coming from the stars and things like that. So there's been a lot of that. So we know that there were these individuals here, and some of them did not come with the best intent possible. Some of them came with an intent. In fact, most of those ones that came here to interfere, because they wouldn't interfere if they were of the love vibration, of the higher vibration, those ones who came to interfere wanted to control us and wanted the resources of their planet, this planet, for their own use. So they did a whole mess of stuff and caused us to fall down in vibration, which I talk about in another video, and have ever since had their kind of minions here on the planet, the ones that they work with. Not that those people knowingly are working with them. Some of them are. Those Satanists and whatnot, some of them are. But some of them are just, they've had life experiences that cause them to be a fertile ground for those dark thoughts and ideas and beliefs to set in and have them act upon it. And so some of those beings, there's a lot of them that still have been on our planet historically for the past several hundred years who have done things to keep us under control. So we're talking about the powerful, the rich elite. We're talking about the royals, some of the royals in the different countries, you know. We're talking about what they call the banksters, you know. We're talking about the folks that our revolution was fighting against, so to speak, okay, when we first began to have freedom for our people 250 years ago. So those individuals have been busy, you know, trying to keep us down. And one of the things that they did as a total, I'm not talking about one certain individual or them coming together and saying, oh, let's do this, you know. Some of them did, but some of them just naturally wanted to not to help us and would like to just have us not flourish. And folks are putting things in our food and putting things in our water and putting things in our environment. You know, there's no one can tell me that after fluoride has been banned in all the European countries, that the people in our country don't know how very dangerous it is for people, but it's okay, you know, to have it here. Meanwhile, the Nazis used to use it to what do you say, experiment on how deformed they could make a human being by giving them fluoride. I mean, we are not so stupid as to believe that our entire country, the dentists, the scientists, etc., haven't figured that out. So it just, all the things that have happened, in fact, over the past maybe 10 years or so, have caused us to stop and think, like, literally it looks like people are trying to harm us. It literally looks like there is a concerted effort by the people in power to harm us. Doesn't it look that way? I mean, obviously not all of them, and there are people fighting against that, right? In Congress and whatnot, people fighting against, but it looks as if somebody is really out to get the average people in our country and in our world. So that is the thing which has kind of also slowed us down, historically slowed us down, you know? We were still going where we're going, but we could have been a little bit faster if we hadn't had all that stuff coming in and trying to slow us down. But the good news, should make you very excited, by the way, is that we are firmly on the path. In fact, we have passed the point of no return. There's no turning back. We are going forward to this fifth dimensional heaven on earth. And this age of Aquarius, as they say, and as I sang recently in one of my videos. Okay, beloved ones, that's all I have to say for now. I'm sending you that beautiful fifth dimensional energy, the love, the peace, the joy, the bliss, the abundance, the understanding you're a child of the divine and you have those divine abilities and talents. Here it comes. Namaste. I honor the God in you. How we love you. How we love you. How we love you. How we love you.